Hi guys, this is Cool Toys, and what I have here on my table today is the review of the Click and Play Military Base Gate. This is a huge playset. I purchased this a couple years ago on Amazon. I just checked, it's not for sale anymore. I don't know if they all sold out, discontinued, what have you. But regardless, we'll take a look at the box and the playset itself. Here are the things that the set includes. You can pause and read if you like. Basically, everything that is on the front of this box, it comes with, from what I believe. And here's some more information about the gate, the figures. You know, these are just like generic, cheaper action figures, but at least they give you some guys to play with a playset. That doesn't normally happen. Normally, you just get the playset and not any figures. Here's the side of the packaging. Here's the back. These are other vehicles and playsets that they sell for Click and Play. This Black Hawk is really awesome. Here's another Battlefield base that they have. It's like a building that's all broken apart. I haven't seen this Hornet anywhere. F-18. I do have this lookout tower somewhere in my collection. The boat, that's a nice sized boat. Don't have that yet. Little combat helicopter, would like to get that one. I do have a bunch of these Humvees. They were really inexpensive and a great deal. I think I bought them for like $15 each, and it came with everything in that picture. Really amazing value for your money. And this combat tank, I haven't seen it anywhere. I would really like to have this combat tank, but I'm pretty sure it's sold out and it's overpriced now. Other side of base just has the same thing as the far side, and here is the very bottom of the box. Let's take a look at it from here first, and then I'll come in from left to right. Basically, the base by itself, it's showing you how to put the gates on. It has a fence, a barbed wire fence you can put around the perimeter of the base. You have your Mark 19, and here are some other little thingies you need to click together. Barriers, basically they're steel barriers for a barricade. And here is some information about the playset and the company and barcode. So I'm probably going to set this up real quick and put some figures in there, whatever I have around here in the room, and we'll take a look at it. So stand by. All right, I'm back. I wanted to show you the playset itself before I put any figures or anything around it. Really amazing, really impressive. It looks like a prison stockade, or, you know, the main entrance to a well-fortified base, military base. You have these bar doors here on the left and right. They go up to a tower, a little cross bridge. Looks like there's some battle damage. This is like out in the desert. You can imagine that lots of wars and combat has been going on. As you can tell in the background, I got my desert scenery. And the main gates. What base would it be without a set of main gates? Really cool. You can imagine there's sentries, guards standing, opening the doors if they're not automatic by, you know, push button electronics. And you got the little bump here where they're probably going to do like either security checks before you enter or right after you enter. Little desert scenery. And then this fence, this is the barbed wired fence. I have it in a square formation right now. I will spin the base around so we can see from the back of the playset. Sorry, my shadow's in the way a little bit here, but you'll be able to see everything once I turn the playset around. Let's close these doors real quick. Basically, like, do not enter signs there. Probably, you know, without permission, or you'll be fired upon. All right, so I'll turn this around. Stand by. All right, so this is what it would look like if you were playing behind the base. This playset, this massive playset with all the fence. What really makes it is this barbed wired fence area. It gives you so much room. This is a 6-foot table, and it takes up half of that 6-foot table. So you have a lot of area to play. And then you can take this fence and put in any kind of configuration that you would like. If you would like to make it more square, let's just show you real quick. Let's slide those to the side and then move it out. You can make it really wide. You can make this a huge wide playset. And pretty hollow in the back, you know, just plain gray, like it's a stone or brick or concrete, whatever. But I'm sure if you have some stickers, you can sticker this thing up, some warning signs and no trespassing, no authorization without permission type stuff. And when you're exiting the base, you would go through the doors here and they would open up. Really awesome, really amazing. I'm glad I was able to find it and purchase it at the time that I did. All right, so let's spin this thing around and maybe put some figures around here. Hang on. All right, I'm back. So I set up this diorama. I'll pause in certain areas so you can all get a very good look. I'll try and zoom in. And I'll talk about the little display, what I got going on. I got Cobra Commander over here in his battle armor talking to the twins, Tomax and Xamot, rather. That's the Super 7 ones. They're doing maintenance on the helicopter. That's why it doesn't have the propellers on it. He's back here working on the engine. And over here to the far right, we have all the dreadnoughts all lined up. What military outpost wouldn't have some mercenaries on standby, especially a bad guy base? So you have Zartan out in the middle. He's leading the formation. He is giving his orders to his troops of mercenaries. I even stuck a modern figure back there from the Rise of Cobra. And you have Crocmaster and Fiona in the back guarding the far right gate entrance. I put these bats over here just like they're on sleep mode or having some maintenance done to them. We'll go up here to the top. Got these guys. I know he's a jungle trooper, but that's all I had on standby, and they don't have any weapons. But, you know, these guys are definitely desert figures. Here's the android, the bad android that is all taken apart, going to be worked on. Just knocked over a figure of the pilot. And you have Cobra Serpentor talking to the headman Destro, and these guys are just plotting to do something. Dr. Mindbetter in the back just standing there listening, putting in his 2 cents. This vehicle's getting ready to roll out the main gates. So this is what it would look like overhead. I'm going to do one more pass by with the camera so y'all can catch anything that I missed. So what do you guys think? You think this is an amazing display for your dioramas, the space that Click and Play made? Sorry, it's not focusing. Let's get it in here. There you go. As I was saying, I like it. Really glad I have it. If you want to see a front view of the castle with figures displayed, go back in my past videos that I've made. I did another video You can see it with some different, actually with G.I. Joes, I made it look like it was a G.I. Joe base, so this time I did a Cobra base. I think this is way more fitting for a bad guy Cobra base. I really like it. So if you would, please comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel so you guys can check out and catch any of my new videos that I release. Other than that, this was Cool Toys. Later.